Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to please don't forget to check out my Kickstarter. You can grab your space on my tarot course, which is coming up in the new year. You can grab a reading at a really great price, or you could grab one of my calendars. I've created two 6-month tarot calendars, and on top of that I've also created a full moon calendar and a new moon calendar. So there's a whole bunch of goodies there to get hold of, and also check out the Loving Luna series that I've been doing as a part of that. Alright, so with that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, you have the Magician card, right? So what are you doing with your power? What is it that you are doing with your personal power? What is it that you're doing with your willpower? This is the question that you're being asked this week. And also, if there is something that you want, what are you actually manifesting it? Like, this is the question. And when we talk about manifesting, we're not talking about just money. It's never just about that. What we're talking about is making something real. The Magician card is taking all of the energy that surrounds you, that flows through you, channeling it into something and creating something. So this week, what is it that you want to create? What is it that you are ready to bring into reality? This could be an idea that you are ready to make flesh, ready to make real in the real world. And also it gives you the ability to communicate very clearly this week. So you might be interacting with somebody that is either very gifted, or maybe this week you're being acknowledged as somebody that's very gifted in your chosen field. For your actions and options this week, you have the Justice card. So this is about you signing on the dotted line, like literally, right? This is about you thinking about where it is that you're ready to commit to something. Or for a lot of you as well, I kind of feel like this will be the moment where you are asked to decide. This is going to be that moment where something is presented to you and, you know, maybe somebody says to you, you know what, now's the moment. Are you in or are you out? We kind of need to know. There's no more waiting. Which is, you know, is quite a powerful place to be in. I think as well, for some of you, this may be you presenting somebody with an ultimatum, like you can stay or you can go, but you can't stand in the doorway. Which is it? You know, be interested to see how that plays out. For your communications and conversations, you have the Moon card. Well, Cancer, Moon child, you know, you've got the Moon card here in your communications and conversations. Why? Well, on the 30th, we have that powerful lunar eclipse that's taking place in the sign of Gemini. Now, this is interesting for a few reasons. If you are an ascendant Cancerian, this this lunar eclipse, sorry, this lunar eclipse is taking place in your true 12th house, and that's, you know, that's big culmination, big completion, big ending. It's also the moon shining a spotlight into your subconscious to ask you what is rattling around in there that is holding you back. The Moon card here in your communications and conversations this week, you could be saying, you know, you could be speaking in what you think is very clear and concise, you know, language, and the way that it's received might be a bit like, sorry, I'm not getting you. So this could be a week where you might feel a little bit more frustrated with people. It could also as well, this is a week where you want to be really clear on what you say. And the reason I say this is because the Moon card can sometimes be a deceptive card. Sometimes it's, you know, because it's not true light. It's not a true likeness. It's an alikeness. Do you see what, I hope that makes sense. So what I want you to be really cautious of this week is, if you're having a really important conversation when it comes to work, when it comes to anything financial or contractual actually, that just make sure that you use very clear and concise language. And the reason I say that is because it looks like somebody may try to twist your words or to paint what you're saying in another light. So it's really important this week that you know, deal with the facts, say what you mean and mean what you say, and that's it. You know, don't Don't use metaphor this week, because the chances are it will get lost in translation. For your money and materials, you have the Fool card. Yeah, I mean, this is great, but look at this. It comes right underneath the Justice card, which suggests to me that this week you guys are going to be making a very quick decision when it comes to the finances, when it comes to the money. It may, I don't know, I just kind of get the sense that this week is going to be a, it's almost like a conversation that you have this week is going to be the thing that decides for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it will tip the balance of the scales. And when it comes to your money, this could be money that comes in spontaneously. It could be an opportunity or a job that comes in, or a job offer that comes in spontaneously from a different place, a different department. Do you know what I mean? And it could just cut, because it's the Fool card. So it could just show up and you'd be like, oh, wow, okay. And then you've got to decide, the Justice card, really quickly. Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, you've got to look after your nervous system. I think it was Taurus that had this card in this same position. And this, you know, this is about your nervous system. So whatever you find calming, whatever relaxes you and, you know, helps you ease and release your tensions, this is what you need to be focused on. For your home and environment, I mean, some of you could be deciding that actually, you know what, I want to change something about the home. You could be, you know, saying actually I want to redecorate, or, you know, I want to make it more comfortable, or we're going to bring things in that are going to, you know, maybe you want to change the color scheme, or maybe you want to change the furnishings, or do you know what I mean? Like, you're just really, it's like, I need a change. So I'm going to change my environment, which makes sense, you know, Cancer Cave, that little Cancer Cave that me and my friend talk about, like that place that we kind of retreat from the world. You know, this week you could be really looking after that. So then you have the Judgment card, and I've just noticed something here. We are 4 for 4. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. I think I've had 3 out of 4 major cards, but 4 of 4 here, right? So Cancerians, this is going to be a big week for you. Pay attention to what happens on the day of the eclipse, but also what takes place after that. That's sort of this whole week. You're going to be under the we're all going to be under the influence of that eclipse. And so you've got the Judgment card here. For those of you that are single, this could be you reconnecting with somebody from your past. And I kind of feel like this person is reaching out, not because of their ego, or maybe a part of it is to do with their ego, but it may very well be that this person is reaching out because they feel that you need an apology, or, you know, maybe they want to make things right. And even that is not coming from the right space. So when they get in touch this week, take it. You know, thank you, thanks for that, thanks for thinking of me, all the best going forward, goodbye. The reason I say this is because with this mix of cards, this is a precipice moment where you're about to step forward into what looks like a very new era of your life. We all are in some respect because of the transits that are coming up in the month of December. But this is a very powerful point for you, right? Look at this, you're 4 for 4. When you see this many major arcana cards come up in a single reading, what does this tell you? It tells you that there's no accidents here. A lot of the stuff that's taking place for you this week is fated stuff. It's really important that you pay attention. Whatever or whoever comes back in a romantic sense, or somebody that maybe even you had a flirtation with but it never even went there, it's really important that you close this down right. Tie a bow in it. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Your person, the person that's there for you, that the universe is sending you, is on their way. They aren't here yet, and they certainly don't come from your past. All right, so consider that. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships, some of you could be giving an ultimatum this week. You know, and it doesn't mean that you're, you know, throwing your relationship out, but some of you could be, you know, really in that space of, look, you know what, I know what I want, I know what I need, and I know how this looks for me, so I need you to be on board. I will say this to you, for those of you that are single Cancerians, there is somebody on their way into you, and this person will blow everything and everyone else out of the water, but it's not this week. it's not this person. This is going to be somebody that comes back into the fold, and it's not them. You will know. You will absolutely know when it's your person, because it's not just that you'll feel it, right? Because you're a Cancerian, you will know it. You know, heart and soul, bone, you know, as the Oracle says to Neo, balls to bone, you will know, right? It's not something that somebody else can tell you. And this is why I say to you, from what I know, from what I'm seeing in the cards, whoever it is that comes back into the fold this week, it's not them. It may appear to be, they might spin you a line, moon card in the communications, you know, whatever it is that they want or need from you, it's more about what they need to make themselves feel settled. It's not really about you. So tie a bow under it and be ready, because when your person comes in, you will know it. With that said, I've gone on for long enough. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes out. Take care, and I'll see you soon.